My name's Terry Creissen. I'm the principal of the British School in Warsaw, Poland. The British School in Warsaw has been running now for 21 years, so it's one of the longest serving schools within the Nord Anglia Education Group. We take students from the local community, from the Polish local community, as well as students from all over the world, running from early years and age 2.5 right the way through to the International Baccalaureate programme at post 16. International education means opening people's eyes to the opportunities that arise by working with different people from different cultures, ethnicities, different countries, different continents. It's all about making sure that we can be as effective as we can to improve the facilities and the life of our future citizens wherever they may live. Our students are going into a world in which the distance between countries, between places, is so much shorter in terms of the time scale. So we're no longer closed in our own environments, our own individual countries. We have to see ourselves in the future as global citizens. And part of the journey that we take our students on is to make sure they understand that they are part of a bigger economy rather than their own city, their own town, their own country. That we've got to make them see it right the way across the globe. One of the important factors about an international school like ours is the way that we help our students understand the needs of others who may not be as fortunate as themselves. It's one thing to have an academic education that leads on to higher education and to hopefully a better job in the future. But if you do not understand the application of your academic study to how it improves the lives of others, then really you have very little purpose in life. So we want our students to develop a sense of service to others, so that when they go to university and they go beyond that into the world of work, they haven't lost their sense of compassion. We don't live in the world of 100 years ago or 50 years ago. There's so much information out there. If you really want to know the answer to something, Google it and you'll get an answer. You don't have to swap for the exam really to find out those solutions. But to understand that answer, to reinterpret that answer, to be critical of that answer, you need to have a depth of understanding, a pedagogical practice that encourages students to reflect and think for themselves. Not to just be accepting of the information, the wisdom and knowledge of our wonderful teachers, but to actually sit back and say, is that right? Because if we always do what we always do, the saying is, well, you'll get what you always get. We want to encourage our children to be good learners. We teach them how to learn. We don't teach them things, we inspire them to be lifelong learners. I think it's very important for any organisation, whether it's an educational organisation or a business, whatever it happens to be, to do some benchmarking, to see how they're performing against their competitors, against other countries, other styles of delivery. But there are some dangers with that as well. It really is, who are the real thinkers and movers of the future? It doesn't matter what your maths exam result was like. Can you actually influence on an international front the ideas, thoughts and opinions, make up new ideas to new technologies and new solutions to challenges that will face us in the future? The world in which we live and the place in which we live determines our outlook on life. And if we can move around a lot and see different people in different places, you understand better their context. And by understanding their context better, you understand what makes them tick, how they operate, and what makes them be successful for the future. And our students go out of this school knowing that they can go anywhere in the world and will understand what it is to be a global citizen. So the international dimension will come more and more into our school's curriculum as we recognise now we are in a multi-ethnic, multicultural society wherever we live.